Hello everyone, my name is Sammy and welcome, and guess what? I have the sewing machine back, yay! I have the sewing machine for, I don't exactly know how long, so I'm going to try is the key word there, to get out some projects. And today, in celebration of having the sewing machine, I am going to recreate the famous Appa Bucket Hat. Now, if you have no clue what I'm talking about, there is a character in Avatar, The Last Airbender, and there's a creature. Aang, the main character, The Last Airbender, is with his companion all the time. His name is Appa, and I guess just so many people, like myself, fell in love with this air bison, is what he's called, and decided to create these bucket hats. Excuse me. Now these have been apparently a thing for a very long time, and I'm very late to the party. But I decided I wanted to recreate the bucket hat for myself. I saw the show maybe a year ago at this point. No, probably. It's been over a year ago. I can't remember when, but it's been over a year ago. It's been a little while since I've seen the show, but I wanted to try and recreate it. And I figured that would be the first project, since I got the sewing machine back, to kind of get me back into the sewing mood. So here we go. Let's get right into this. So the first thing I did was I created these horns using air dry clay. And basically, I'm just showing you how I'm going to let them dry so I can paint the entire horn. And his horns are like this gray, but there's like a little bit of brown in there. So I mixed that up here and let them to dry. So this is the fabric I'm using. I just Googled a bucket hat pattern, and this is what I found. And this fabric was from a previous project. And there are all the pieces cut out. The next step would be to sew up the rim of the hat and like the sides of the hat together on the edges. And then you can see that is what I've done here. Just, ignore the uneven cutting. It's fine. It's fine. It still works. So next you want to attach the side of the hat to the top of the hat, and it's gonna look a little wonky. I probably did some measuring wrong and cutting, but that's fine. It works fine in the end. So, and plus the fleece that I'm using is a little stretchy, so it's okay. So yes, you pin around and you sew around the edges, and then it'll look like this. Again, ignore the uneven cutting and stitches. That's not why we're here. So the next is to attach the brim to the inside. So you're kind of going to have to follow along, but you're going to take it and flip it. And as you can see here, you're just going to match these up, and then you're going to pin all around. I match the side seam to side seam to keep everything like uniform, kind of. So yes, this is what it'll look like. You got to match up right side to right side. So this is what it'll look like. And then you just do the same thing where you kind of sew around the edge, and ta-da! There you see. And it looks really good. It's looking really good in my opinion. But I did run into a little hiccup. Since the fabric I used, the brim is pretty floppy, and I did not like that. So what I decided to do was basically sew the brim together. I don't know if you're supposed to do this or if it was just me. Like I said, I'm not a professional. But I sewed it together, as you can see, and it looks so much better. I love it. I love it so much. So the next thing we're going to tackle is the arrow. Now, the first time I did it, I did not like it, so I had to do it again. But the second version was much better. And I just cut that out of my darker tan, what do you call this, tan, I guess, fabric. And I just lengthened it a bit. You can the main part is the arrow, the arrow point. You can have it as long or as short as you want, as long as it fits on your hat. But yes, here we go. Ta-da! It's looking so good. The next thing that I do with it then is I'm going to put it on the hat. Now, I'm not gonna sew it because that would be kind of difficult and hand stitching might get sloppy and messy. So I'm literally just gonna hot glue it. And hot gluing it seemed to work pretty well. So I'm really happy with it. The last thing that needs to be attached, of course, are the horns. I did have to give them 2 coats, but after 2 coats they were good to go, and I just glued them to the side. Again, hot glue, saving it here. And this is it. It's all done and it looks adorable, and I am really, really happy with it. It is so cute. So that was my, you can see the little thing move. When it gets very windy, part of the window moves. Sorry, don't be alarmed. Anyway, back to the hat. So yes, I am very, very excited with how it came out. I think it looks so cute. This was like the perfect project to, you know, get back warmed up into the sewing machine, and hopefully I got some more projects to come, I think. Okay, another problem I kind of figured was like, I have the sewing machine back, which is great, but do I have the correct fabric to sew everything? So we shall see. We shall see when I cross that bridge. But that's it. That's it for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'm really excited for the projects to be back. If you would like, please like and subscribe, and check out my Instagram and my Etsy, please. All right, that's it. I'm gonna get going. I'm gonna go. All right, have a good day. Drink plenty of water. Get a good rest. Good sleep. Okay, I'm leaving now. Bye.